Alright everyone, welcome back. So the hockey card collection videos continue today with a big name team, and it is the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers have 10 pages, including the rookies. It's 11. So they have a lot of pages here of rookies. I have a good feeling that with 10 pages, we're going to run into a lot of duplicate cards and a lot of players that weren't put with each other, and I know it's going to happen. But regardless, let's get straight into it here with the rookies. I don't believe there is a signed card. I don't believe there is a rookie card or a jersey card. Let me just check again real quick. Nope. There is none until the Florida Panthers, which is next video. So regardless, let's get straight into it here. Starting off with some rookie cards, you have a star rookie in Jason Souls. Interesting card there. We got Geoff Smith. Peter Erickson. Here's a guy you know. Jesse Puljujärvi. And then last but not least, a marquee rookies Stuart Skinner card. So, two more recent cards there. The other guys obviously played back into the 90s, so you probably don't know of them. So the interesting thing here is that there's actually... the Oilers collection converts into 2 notebooks. I have notebook 2 right here. I have 3 right behind me. So for those who have been following, there are 7 notebooks, and the Oilers are in 2 of them, which is pretty interesting. So regardless, let's get straight into the collection here with a Team Facts card. It shows all of their Stanley Cup wins, actually up to date, because obviously when you look in terms, obviously 2024 and 2006, were the only times after 1990 they would go to the finals. So obviously it's actually up to date on the back there. It does have some of their great players, just missing McDavid, Draisaitl, obviously missing the main guys. There actually is a lot of collector's cards and league leaders cards. I think there's 8 of them. Here's a collector's card from the 92 or the 1990-91 season. Then there's one of them winning the 1990 Stanley Cup, because that's from the 1990 collection that's in my, obviously. And then there's a conference one from 1990 as well. They're playing the Blackhawks in this. Obviously, they won it in 1990. A league leaders card for McDavid, 2017-18. It's got McDavid, Giroux, Kucherov, all the main guys on the list there. That shouldn't surprise anyone. There is also a league lead here for Leon Draisaitl in power play goals in the 2021-22 season. It's got Draisaitl, Oshie, Pavelski, and then so on and so forth. Then you got another collector's choice here. This one is from the 1992-93 season. So I believe Messier was not on the team then. Then it's got a nice card here where it shows Hockey Heroes 4 cups in 5 seasons for the Oilers. So, cool pull there. And then you finally start getting into the actual cards. You start off with McDavid, and there are a lot of cards for Connor McDavid, believe me. So, we'll preview the first couple here. So, again, the Oilers collection, I don't know if it's the biggest, but it's definitely one of the bigger ones. The crazy thing is that it's bigger than most of the original 6 teams. But I do feel like a lot of that is it's in 2 notebooks, and it's harder to keep track of what cards I have. So I already know that I'm going to run into a few duplicates here. If I don't, I will be surprised. And by the way, I don't have any Wayne Gretzky Oilers cards. For some reason, I don't have any besides some of the miscellaneous cards. Here's some more McDavid pulls. So again, a lot of McDavid cards. I think obviously, you're in the middle of McDavid's prime. He's the most marketable player in the NHL. Imagine if McDavid was on Toronto. I feel like people would hate McDavid. Generally, there are people that don't like McDavid, but generally, I think the consensus of the league does like or does not care for Connor McDavid. You obviously know who he is. But let's say if he was on Toronto, people would hate McDavid. I don't want to put that image into Oilers fans' heads. Next up, Mark Messier. By the way, I do have an Oilers video coming. I'm not sure when it will be uploaded, but within the next couple of days. Messier with a Stadium Club with the heart. Members only card. Not sure how I got that then because I'm not a member. Here he is with the heart again. Believe that was in 1990. Mark Messier, 1,000 Point Club. the franchise, Mark Messier. And then obviously a base blue, Mark Messier from the Score. So again, the collection's pretty massive. Kevin Lau. So we're already through the captains, more or less. Again, I do have a couple Oilers videos coming up over the next couple of weeks. The prospect pool overviews started yesterday. I got another one of those dropping today. So plenty of content coming here. And then by the time, like, middle of August, we start the season previews. So it's going to be a great time for this channel, and things are going to really start getting a lot funner. Taylor Hall. But again, I got to get through the majority of these videos, if not all of them. Yari Curry. Because I don't want to be doing hockey card collection videos in the middle of the season. I'm trying to think of ways that, like, I can cover day-to-day NHL action without doing full-blown game reviews. I don't know. Just something that I've been thinking about. Shane Corson. So a couple cards here from Shane Corson. I did want to do redrafts. I don't think I'll have time for that, though, unfortunately, this year. Just because of, being busy with, the hockey cards and the season previews. Maybe next season. Milan Lucic, who I believe is no longer in the National Hockey League. Craig Simpson. Next up, and it's a guy that I think I might eventually need to split. In fact, I might do it now. Oh my god, it's so hard to get out. Bunch of Leon Draisaitl cards. Start out with Dazzler. Yeah, Draisaitl obviously, I would argue, is a top 5, top 3 player in the NHL. There's rumors of him going to the Boston Bruins for some reason, but obviously... Here's one of these interesting, like, thinner cards that I do have. Plenty of bases here. Base card, base MVP and artifacts. And then an O-Pee-Chee card to wrap that up. It's gonna be pretty difficult to get this thing inside of here. It's always annoying. Like, the whole package is already, like, ripped up from trying to get it in here so many times. And I don't want to mess up the cards either. There we go. Definitely going to have to do that at some point. Esa Tikkanen is up next if I can get the cards out of the holder. So Tikkanen. Almost done with book 2 here. But we're still in the assistant captains. Jordan Eberle. Here's a rookies and traded. I guess this counts as a rookie card. Hang on a second. Let me look at Jeff's. Hang on. So I don't know how I slipped through that, but that Jordan Eberle card is indeed a rookie card. I don't know how that got into the actual collection. But again, that just shows like how big this collection is. You don't realize things. Darnell Nurse is the last of the assistant captains before we get into the big chunk of it here. Francois Leroux, that's a prospect card. Sam Gagner, season highlight card, actually. Another prospect card here, Kim Isel. Obviously didn't pan out to be what he was supposed to be because I have no idea who he is. Anatoly Semenov. Probably saying that wrong. In fact, I am definitely saying that wrong. Scott Allison, first-round draft choice card. Kelly Buchberger. Craig McTavish. Peter Klima. Oops, almost dropped that there. Next up is Doug Waite. Charlie Huddy. Norm MacIver. Alez Hemsky, SP Authentic, former first overall pick. Craig Muni. Ryan Strome. And Oscar Klefbom. Not Klefbom. Missed him. He ended up having to retire, unfortunately. That will do it for book number 2. That consisted of from the Hurricanes to the Red Wings, I believe. Or the Oilers, I guess. But now we move into book 3, which I think goes from the Oilers to the Canadiens, partially. All right, next up, Chris Joseph. If I hear a duplicate, I'm definitely going to have to pause the video. Dustin Penner. Glenn Anderson. Mark Lamb. Here's an interesting card. It says he's drafted by Edmonton on the back, but it's Jason Bonsignor. So it is from the 1995 World Juniors. David Oliver up next here. Ken Linesman, who I believe is a referee now at this point. Jeff Bukaboom, one of the coolest names in the NHL. Ian Herbers. Joe Murphy. Ryan Jones. Andre Sekera. Vincent Damphouse. 2 cards there for him. Magnus Pajarvi. Martin Galanas. A few cards here for him. Michael Camilleri. Norm MacIver. Steve Rice. If I can get it out of the box here. Steve Smith. Yes, he is that guy that put the puck in his own net in 1989. Could have given the Oilers what could have been like 5 straight Stanley Cup. Or was it 86? It was 89. I think it was 86. So I remember the Oilers could have had like what? I believe they could have had like 5 straight cups. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. So a more recent player there. People will know Nuge. Jesse Puljujärvi. Ooh, there's an Ice Battles card in there. I can take that out. No Peachy there as well. Geoff Smith. Talked about him in the rookies. So I'm not making that mistake again. Here's the weird thing. So, the Score does this thing where they will bring out 2 different colors of literally the same card. And I'm like, I don't know if I should really keep both. And then I guess I'm like, okay, I guess I should. I don't know. Like, Scott Thornton. I don't know if he's related to Joe. He might be. Jason Arnott. Adam Graves. Brad Warenka. Josef Baranek. See our first duplicate. Dave Manson. So again, here's another example of, I think, it might be 2 in a row here. Example of the collection being too big. This might actually be a rookie card. Nah. Jason Arnott here yet again when we literally just set him in the other page. So, of course. And I think we have another one here, too, where I have 2 Craig Simpson's cards. But I'm pretty sure Simpson's over here. Yes, he is. So, that's a great job by me. And that's literally a duplicate in the collection. That's absolutely wonderful. Could have told you this was going to happen. I knew it. 2 duplicates right there. Igor Kravchuk, moving forward in the collection now. Dominic Cahoon. Alex Chiasson. Andreas Athanasiou. A lot of singular cards now. Slater Kokuek. Couple cards here for Tyson Barrie. I think he's a free. I don't even think he's on a team anymore. I think he's a free agent. I see another duplicate. How could I have messed that up too? Miroslav Satan. Yeah, Satan. I knew it was going to happen with a huge collection like this. Scott Mellenby, who is, I think, a Florida Panther as well. That's what I best know him for. Luke Richardson. Josh Archibald. Kailer Yamamoto. Benoit Pouliot. And here's yet again another Scott Thornton card. I believe that we already talked about him. We did. So, another mess up by me there. Vladimir Ruzicka. Top prospect card. Cody Ceci. Actually, almost through the skaters here. We got Evander Kane. A few cards there for Kane. Zach Hyman. Only Zach Hyman card that I have to date. I'm sure that will change in the future. Mike Greer, platinum card. So Greer is the current GM of the San Jose Sharks, if you're wondering. Yes, that is the same person. George LaRocque. And then the last of the skaters, Zach Kassian. So you move into the goalie cards here. There's a lot of goalies. I believe that's 8 goalies plus, there's 12 goalies in this collection. We'll start off with probably the most cards here. Bill Ranford. So there you go, Bill Ranford right there. Peter Eng. Curtis Joseph. Cam Talbot. So, someone who's actually in the NHL still. I don't think I have any... Oh, yeah, I do. Never mind. Andy Moog. Eldon Reddick. So, an interesting card there. Never knew who that guy was. Fred Brathwaite. Got to be one of the more interesting names in the league there. Nikolai Habibulin. Grant Fuhr. So 2 cards here for Grant Fuhr. Ben Scrivens. Mikko Koskinen. And last but not least, Jack Campbell. What a way to end off the collection with Jack Campbell. So, yeah, I do have 2 more cards here that we'll show before I get into the Florida Panthers one next video. We got some World Junior ones from Finland. That's Timo Häkkinen. Doesn't say what team he was drafted on. Oh, it does. He was drafted by San Jose. And then you got UC Tai, who was drafted by... I guess not. He was not drafted. So that is Finland collection. There's some there. It's fun. But next up is the Florida Panthers. I'm sure that's not something the Oilers want to be right after. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 5. 5 pages for the Florida Panthers, and then a couple extra cards that are involved with minor leagues. So it will amount for probably a little bit less than 10 minutes. But regardless, that's the Oilers collection. It's a little bit shorter than I thought it was, to be honest. I thought it was a little bit longer. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate it. Again, these videos don't do great, but people do like them, so I would gonna keep doing them until I'm done. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.